Hey guys, how are you? Hey, how are you? Oh, you're meeting me on the YT side. Hi. Hey guys, how are you? I'm going to be doing a free crystal ball, and my Black Friday event is open. So if you want to get the discounted rates. Oh, sounds interesting. Biloxian 3, you changed your account? Oh. Hey guys. I'm also on the other place that you can't say. Let's see. Shakira, you asked me a question. For that, you have to do a spell consultation with me, because the problem is not just if they are or if they're not. So if they're not, you're going to get a reading that talks about, information you need to know about the situation or them. If the answer is no. If the answer finds to be yes in the reading, then you need a solution, right? So either way, that's how it's done. So if you want to book that with me, okay? All right, let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm paying attention to this screen on YT, but you can't say that name on this. That's where I do my readings, by the way, if booked on this space because of the censorship. Okay, let's see. Valexian says... Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I gotcha. And what happened with the account number 3? That's weird, right? You have like an extra account. Hi, how are you, Alexis? Okay. I see what you're saying. I see what your concern is. Hey guys, I'm going to be starting free yes and no. I'm sorry, not free yes and no. Listen to me. Oh my God. I'm going to be starting free crystal ball, which is a question that I answer for you, okay? If you book a reading with the rates for that event, you can MEET on YT. That's where I do my readings without censorship, okay? Because this space is getting, Okay, here we go. Oh, that's where you have it as 3. Okay, I was gonna say that's weird. Okay. I mean, unless you have like a mud, for gaming, like a personal hub, your own server. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. So this is for Christina. Does Reggie still have strong feelings for you? All right, so I'm seeing someone, it's a guy, and he is holding someone's head on his lap. It looks like there's an emotional issue at this time. So this, obviously I'm describing a memory, okay? And this person's also holding, give me 1 second, Christina. Okay, so the problem that I'm seeing, I don't know your story, but I'm going to tell you what the answer is. Yes, there's still feelings. However, I'm seeing a person that, number one, there was a lie about someone else. There was another female. This female is brunette, not very dark brunette, but like a medium shade brunette. Not that that matters, but just to give you an idea, because with female hair color, it can change, with faux shades. I see that has been very tender. He's very good at reacting, at showing tenderness when he has to, when he is meant to. But at the same time, there's always been this double like guessing, like like when you almost like when yeah he's 100% honest but then he's not. So it's never been it's the type of guy that gives a female a mixed signal, or like a feeling of yes, I'm being honest and I'm there and I'm everything you want, but at the same time there's something uneasy and I'm not going to address it. So this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that he's been someone that yes, he's done a lot of beautiful things and all the connection, all the things, but there's also been some hidden things that were secretive, and it's if you ever had any doubt, then you're not wrong in it. I would say there's still feelings. There always was, there always has. That's the answer that I have for you. All right, these are not full love readings, so I'm not going to tell you the whole story. I'm just going to give you the answer to your question, but I see a little bit more, so it's a lot more than a simple answer. Okay, here we go. So this is for, you're welcome, sweetheart. So this is for Rachel or Rochelle. Will you have, one second, will you have, oh no, sorry. Will you have a romantic interest for the holidays? Will you have a romantic interest? Weird way of asking it. You would know, right? All right, so give me 1 second here, please. Really? Seriously? Okay, I'm not dealing with that. Thank you very much. Trollville. Thank you very much, Eric. All right, here we go. This one is for Rochelle. Will you have a romantic interest for the holidays? Okay, I get what you're saying. Here we go. So there's already a crush going on. I would say that a spark continues, if that answers your question. All right. All right. Let's see. Ashlyn, does your mom, Alessia, these are going so fast. Oh my God. Does your mom, Alessia, oh no, care about you? Well, because that is a family question, I'm a love specialist. I deal with women between the ages of maybe 28 to 50 plus. And I specialize in love, and I do some career. I'd rather not get into answering questions that are family, not because I can't, but because I won't, because it's uncomfortable and it has to do with your mom. And I don't think a psychic reader should be involved in anything to do with your own family. Let her answer it herself, and I'd rather you find peace in the connection with your family instead of going the spiritual route. If there is a big mess with family that you feel that spirituality can shed light on, you're more than welcome to book a reading with me, and we can address what the spiritual world has to say about a family issue or some stress that you have. But more than that, I'd rather you deal with your own mom. Okay, sweetheart? All right, let's see. Jasmine, does Baal want your connection to end? No. But this person does like when you are put in a position where you're waiting on them emotionally. So you should be aware of that. Oh, how cool. Thank you, Brendacask. You must be so bored. Aw, look at you playing troll on YouTube. Aren't you clever? Oh, sweetie, please, you will never get a rise out of me. Nice try, though. Very nice try. No, don't feed it. Don't say they're rude. No, they're trolls. No, they're looking for a rise out of the person. You just gotta laugh at them or ignore them. Yeah, it's hilarious. I think they're funny. Yes, they're trying to make a person say certain words to then start something. I don't play those games. I think it's funny though. I'm back to being the Antichrist. Okay, here we go. Will Ravark ask Yashika to be in a relationship? I did a bad with that name. Rajvir, correct? Ask Yashika to be in a relationship. No. The person's not romantically interested, or I should say long-term interested. Oh yeah, that's that's the new trend is trolls try to say something that's going to make a person explode, or like they'll try to push buttons and say like, you know, one thing or another, or to do that. It's a game. So you just like, they don't exist. Like, blip, bye. Okay. Watch, because they'll do it to you too when you stream. They'll do like the silliest little thing. They'll say something really nice and then they'll say something really rude, and you know, to play with your head. Nice try though. Okay, here we go. So the next one is let's see. Did I get to everybody? So I'm doing free crystal ball. So you asked me a question. Mostly it's love or career. If you have a question. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Angelique says, does Josh hold back how he really feels about you? I'm not going to ask it like that because I don't know what Josh feels. For me to do that, I'd have to I have to do a mind read on him, and then I'll know exactly what he feels and thinks about you. But I will ask if he's holding back telling you his feelings, whether it's hate, whether it's love, whether it's whatever it is. Is he holding back feelings? He's aware that you're into him. He's not sure if he's into you. Okay. All right, let's see. Elisa, but he does know you like him. Elisa, does Neil want to leave? There's something off with this question. Let me see something. Yeah, thought so. I'll pass on the question. Sorry. I'm not drawn to the question. Okay, let's see. Sush, is Nick gonna stay with you or is he gonna leave you? And are we finding our way back out? So you want a whole love reading for free? No, sweetie, that's not how it works. Give me a simple question, I'll give you a simple answer. You want a love reading? They are lowered to 13 for the mini, and the other ones are 15. Any cheaper and I'd be a soup kitchen. I'm not playing that game. Okay, let's see. Emily, did Roman give you the necklace because he had feelings? You could book a reading with me for that. I'm not a lost and found. Sorry, I'm not a Goodwill either. I'm a love specialist. So if you have a love question or a career question, I will gladly answer it for you. All right. Megan, did you make the right choice switching jobs? All right, let's find out. For your career, no. But for another part of your life, yes. There's going to be social or romantic doors opening for you, I would say on the people layer. But as far as the career choice, no. but there is something else happening naturally for you anyway. So this doubt period that you have, are you a water sign? Do you have a water sun or rising? The person that asked me about the career? What was your name? I don't remember names. What was the, Megan. Megan, are you a water sign? Sun, okay, but rising. Are you a water sign rising? Okay. So you are at the polar opposite of that, and there's a water triangle going through that right now in astrology. So your confusion and your emotions and all of that will pass very soon if you're very confused on that stuff. No, that's not the best. In other words, you were meant to do it. You were meant to switch your job. But it's not the one that you're going to say, oh my God, this is it. There's going to be another change. But it's not one that you push for. It's one that's going to just, your life is going to lead you in that direction anyway. And it's going to, naturally everything will happen the way it's supposed to. I don't think you're going to like where you're at, but but there's going to be other things in your life that are positive outside the work, okay? And that's going to be something interesting for you. All right, just let this phase pass and, wait for the next chapter. Okay, let's see. This one is Soraya. Does Michael want to see you? Yes, but Michael is also having a problem in his life, and it has to do with either something legal or some kind of issue or battle with a friend, something aggressive. Nothing to do with his love life, but just FYI. Thought I'd let you know. Let's see. Yeah, no problem, Megan. If you ever are, really wanting to know the answer to the burning question, what you're meant to do and what your career, your destiny is and all of that. If it's going to bring you peace of mind, you can always book an astrology with me. They're on sale as well. But if not, if it stresses you, then don't worry about it. You'll be okay. Okay, let's see. Kenya, is Patrick the man for you long term? I don't answer that for free. I have to look at your astrology. I have to look at your love destiny. Things like that where I can see everything I need to the day you were born, and then I will answer those questions for you. As far as a deep reading about him and your relationship and where it's headed, I would need to do a deep tarot. If you want me to find out just the vibe between both of you for now, without a answer of long term, I will give you a free answer. Let me go ahead and do that. So this is for Kenya and Patrick. So the answer is that I see a little girl. She looks like a I would say still an infant, not a toddler. So this can either show that your connection with him is meant to bring a little girl into the world, or maybe that's something that he's already done with someone else. I don't know in these kinds of reads because I'm just asking something very simple, and it's just a gazing session. It's not 5 or 6. So that's what I'm able to tell you. So there is some destiny there. What I see is a baby girl, okay? With a really pretty, beautiful complexion. So like an ethnic tone complexion, little chubbies. She's really cute. Okay, let's see. And Yellie's asking, will things with Shaylee become serious? Okay, Shaylee, right? Shaylee. It looks that way. I see the person connected in an intimate way with someone. So what I'm saying is the interest is there. I don't know if that's you, but I know that they're in a position where they will be becoming serious with someone. Um, you don't seem like the person that's there. That's the odd part. That's the strange part. So let me ask again real quick. There's someone else in the picture besides you. Okay, that may play out later and it'll make sense, or it may be clear right now, just to let you know. All right, let's see. Alyssa, will Avian repay you soon? So give me 1 second, guys. I want to pay attention to the other PLATFORM, which you can't say, and it's driving me crazy. Let's see. Thank you so much, Mammy C. A mouse? Yes, it's a mouse with a tail. Why not? It's a raccoon. It's a glass raccoon. Let's just go with that. Let's see. In Style is asking, you love a guy at work, but he does not talk to you. Does he have feelings for you still? What's question mark? Why is he not talking to you? I can check if you're still there, In Style. I can check. A computer mouse? No, it's a crystal ball. It's cute. Never really used one of those. I would always use my little thumb pad. Okay, let's see. I'm not a bank, sweetie. Okay, let's see. Ashley, is Dan the one for you long term? I see him with you with a long history, but I do see it ends, or I should say it becomes in jeopardy of ending, to answer your question. Like I said, you want me to answer soulmate questions and stuff, you have to book astrology. If you want me to do a mind read on what he's feeling and thinking, you can book a tarot. All right? If you want to book the next 3, 4, 5 months, what's going to be happening with the relationship, you have to book a horary with me. All right, let's see. Miriam, have I been on Idris's mind today? I would say no. I see a person making the bed. Don't know what that means for you, but this is a recent thing here. So it's like when a person's just making the bed, the comforter, and doing all the things that someone does when someone makes their bed with the stuff, moving the stuff around and stuff like that. So I'm not sure what that means, but I would say no. The person seems pressed for time on something, something with work. Strange answer, but that's what I got. Okay. Let's see. All right, guys, if I've answered your questions, let's see. Hang on, guys. I will be back. Oh, no problem. I'll explain how it works. So I stream on TikTok, and I usually do, when I start my stream, I usually do like free mini readings and stuff. When you see me do the cards, yes, no, they're fake. I make it up, and I am very honest about that. I don't care. I hate yes and no. We do it because of the algorithm. We do it because you have to see this. When I do these, they're from my heart. They're absolutely true. when you see me do 3 card answers for people, or I give away a free reading, whether I use runes or stones or bones, or those are all legit. The only ones I hate are yes, no, yes, no. Am I going to be a giraffe? Yes. Does Elvis talk to me? Yes. I don't care about those. But other than that, I love to do freebies for people. I'm a love specialist. If you want to book, you can. I fulfill it on this PLATFORM, which you can't say the name. I'm sick of the censorship on the other place. And I do it here in this space that you're on right now because I like to read naturally and openly without Tarzan English, where I can barely say any word because it's a flag word. Right. I know. So that's, that's how I do it. So if you want, I'm trying to incorporate when you guys are here. Yeah. So when people are asking me questions, I love to answer questions, but you get like question abuse. You always get like people asking, like wanting a whole reading in one question. I don't do that. But if it's legit, I will definitely, from the heart, I like to help people and give them some clarity. So I like to do these. My readings are all like super discounted right now for Black Friday. So my prices are usually 25 and 48, but they already dropped to like 13 and 15 and 25 and stuff like that. No, I like people. I don't let people bug me a lot. I'm in and out because tonight I'm doing, I have some stuff with some clients that are overseas. So I don't have a specific time bugs. I'll be in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, popping in, popping out. I don't have a specific time for tonight. So you could, if you see me on there and you want to grab one, then I'll stay on at that time. But other than that, it's going to be hard to get a hold of me because of what I'm doing behind the scenes. Yeah, hope that helps. Thank you, Mammy. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate it. All right, let's see. Any love questions, guys? That's what I'm doing. I'm not a bank, so I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not going to do readings on those things. Where'd I put my keys? Book of Horary, I'll tell you. That's where you can use astrology for missing objects. Okay, Alexandra, will Yaha contact you soon to talk about his feelings? Okay, I hope I said his name right. Yaha is how you say his name? Yeah. Let's find out. Okay, not a problem. Yeah, he hasn't figured out everything he feels yet. Alexandra, he hasn't figured out everything that he feels yet. He does feel something genuine. He's not going to talk unless he's comfortable. He's not ready to talk unless he's ready. So give him a chance. It is genuine. I would say he's in the process of growing more feelings. So if you could not make him feel claustrophobic, if you cannot make him feel like, don't show yourself to be too clingy right now, follow his lead. So if he's trying to be all lovey-dovey, romantic with the things he says, maybe give him a little assurance. If you see that his attention is somewhere else, kind of like disconnect. He's not exactly where you are right now. Give him a chance. This is the kind of timeline where if a guy sees behavior from a female that kind of scares him or stresses him or he misreads it, you're going to see this distance. But if he keeps being reassured and the way you're acting makes him feel very comfortable, you're going to see him coming closer. And it's about a 2-week period, 3-week period, okay? So follow his lead, you'll be fine. Hey, Zach, how are you? Hi, Susie, how are you? Nice to meet you. Sophie, you did? Okay, no problem. Natalie's asking, is my new relationship with Angel a healthy one? Okay, let me do Natalie's first. Give me 1 second, and then I'll turn to yours. It has potential, but the problem that I see, Natalie, is that his loyalty and his attention is divided. When a man falls in love with a woman and it's really strong, you see that he starts to put her as number one right away. Almost like he's under a spell, you know, like he's changing, his friends notice it, his family notices, he's like in this zone, right? And with this guy, yes, it's there, but he still has you at bay. So that, and I do see that there's a divided attention. So that means that he's going to be somewhat prioritizing the connection, but it's also divided amongst like, well, I have to talk to this friend, or I'm going to consider this relative and hanging out with them and talking to them. I don't see that this person is immersed in the love deeply. I see that there are parts that are. I like his energy in particular, but I see some flags with what you deserve from the beginning. So there's a list of things that women getting into a relationship with a man are expected to have. You know, devotion, attention, connection, bond, trust. You know, there's a lot of things that need to be there. And if they're not all there and strongly, those are flags. So you just have to make sure that you're not falling more than he is or faster than him, okay? All right, if you want to book a love reading with me, you're more than welcome. I will get into his head if you need me to. All right, let's see. I have a paid reading, so let me bring that up real quick. Actually, I have a couple of them, but I don't see them here. 1 second here. One second. Hello, face, yes. Annoying. Okay. Okay, so there's a Xander and there's a, oh no. Oh, you know what? On this one, I only get, hang on. I think, okay, no, I see it here. So I see one from Xander and one from Victoria and one from Emera and one from Alessandra. Which one of you are waiting for it? One second, guys, I'm sorry. Well, thank you so much, Teresa. I appreciate it. I just saw your message now. Thank you. Sorry if I missed it earlier. Oh, okay, Sophie, no problem. Yeah, go ahead, sweetheart. Let me go ahead and put this away. What can I help you with? You want to meet me on a place where I can be uncensored? You want to meet me on, I'm on there now. So you just gotta, you know what I'm saying? I want to give you your reading in a place that's uncensored. So can you, I'm on there now. You know what I mean? Y and T. You can't spell it or say it. I know. You can't say other PLATFORM on here. You're not allowed. They're not having it. But I'm on there now. Okay. You know where to look, right? Yeah. The LINK is in the BIO. When you spell it, it does not trigger, at least for now. What they're doing is more image sophistication scanning, and they're doing other things, full sentences, and then the letter apple, letter ice cream. What it's doing is it's analyzing the conversation between spoken and words. So. Oh, okay. So do you know where I'm talking about? Sophie? That way we could do this uncensored and just comfortably. The place starts with YOU. And then the other word of it starts with the letter T. It was raining and it sounded so pretty when it was raining. I love the sound of rain. Hey guys, I'm about to do a paid reading. I'll be back to do the free crystal ball. Ah, there you are. Okay, awesome. Okay, so if I am open with the reading and everything, I don't want this old space where you were at to start flagging certain words. So let me go ahead and do your reading comfortably, okay? I'll be back. Give me 1 second, guys. This is... Okay, sweetheart. All right, here you go. So we're going to start this reading, and I just wanted to know... Oh, okay. We're going to start this reading with a question that you have. So I base it on a question. It doesn't mean that it's just one question answered. It means that that's what it's based on. And we'll see the different information pieces that come in for it because it is a short reading. But yeah, go ahead and give me the question that you have, and let's dive in. Yeah, just take your time. reading the dice first, okay? Hmm. All right. First of all, this is telling me the story of someone that ended with you. I believe it's Kobe. This talks about a person moving on. So you're asking, will Kobe and you be in a romantic relationship? So from your question, it seems logically that you've never entered one. But that's not what the story says. This story is telling me more about him. Let me explain. In a very big reading, in a very big love reading, I usually start with the history of the couple. Why is that? Well, because sometimes the client will be upset, or they don't really want to go back into the past, or maybe they don't know how to explain it, and I'm limited with time, so I really dissect it. In this particular case, it's a short reading, so I just jump right into the answer. All I know is on the energy with this man is that it shows that he's love torn. He's not in a position where he wants to just fall in love and start again, like what you're saying. This is a person that had a very big love problem, whether it was a breakup or a divorce, or maybe it was a girlfriend that he had, and the ending was terrible. And then it shows him slowly getting involved with someone physically, romantically. So where are you in that picture? That's why I'm saying to you, it seems like either he had a really bad ending in his love life and he's not really open to something real, just physical, or you two ended and he doesn't want to start it new. All right. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start the reading. Well, I did start the reading, but this part. So because in a love reading, either one of you can become interwoven. It's, what I'm about to say, I don't know if it affects just you or just him. Okay, but it's gonna be either one of you. This talks about money coming a person's way. So either for you or for him, an opportunity that came out of nowhere. This talks about money. So either you are about to make money, or you were just hired for something, or you were just offered a promotion or something like that, something that's lucrative, or he was. Okay? So this is important. Yeah, this is either you're very, very involved in your career and you're not noticing things you need to be, or he's more distracted in his career. I'm going to find out in a minute, because this drives me nuts to not know who. Let me find out in a second. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm finished with everything I needed to find out. Just doing a volume check just to make sure you can hear me, sweetheart. Everything good? You can hear me? Okay. So your question is, will Kobe and you be in a romantic relationship? All right. So you heard what I said about the dice. It seemed like instead of me reading on both of you, it looked like his story. I see that he's using you physically. I know that's not what you want to hear, and I understand that, and you're free to go to other, get other opinions. I understand you want to hear happy things because you like him. But, my job is to make sure that you're aware of the things that I tell you, okay? We start off with one of you having a very good job opportunity. It could be you, and if it's you, then don't let the romance mess with your head so much that it blocks success at your job. Because if you're having trouble trying to fall in love and trying to get, I can see in the reading you want to get married, that you want something special to happen. You want that you have a lot of hopes to have something solidified long term. Even if it's not marriage, it could be an engagement at least. But I can see that you really hope for something stable like that. You're ready. Okay. I also see that you pick up on him kind of nor here nor there. So he kind of, you can't really figure out what he wants. And I see that too. The thing that I'm seeing here is that he there's a couple of warnings with him. Number one is that you might start to feel later on like he's aging you, right? So you could be really young, but a person, I mean, I've read for 28-year-olds, 29-year-olds that feel like they're 50, 60 because of how tattered they are with their love drama, their love stories, their difficult times. Okay, and I've read for people, in their 60s that feel like maybe they're 45 because they are in a mentally and spiritually in a really good place. So it's not about physical age, it's also how you feel. And this guy can really make you feel older, tired, boring. So that means that in the near future, you're going to feel emotionally drained by him. Not every day, not every minute, but a phase where you feel it strongly. Maybe it lasts a couple days, maybe it's a week, and it's something emotionally that you have to, be aware of. I also see him upsetting you. And I also see him possibly having how could I say it correctly, politically, I guess, a physical altercation that could be from anywhere from mild to medium. So you want to be aware of that. So right now he might be the sweetest person in the world, and I see that there are some things where he can be a bit aggressive, okay? This talks also about you, telling someone around Christmas time. So this is also giving you a time frame around Christmas time to turn to a relative and be honest with them about some stuff that you might be going through. So today it may sound like this wonderful romance, but I'm seeing some difficult times in the future. And this is where I see a Christmas time and you going to a relative to tell them to be open about it because you do need some emotional support, and with a hardship, all right? This talks about by you being involved with this person heavily or being, I guess, into this guy heavily, you also might miss an opportunity from someone who is a better candidate. This talks about you having strain with him in the future as well, where you end up being very, I hate to use this word, but I don't mean anything by it. I mean something positive by it. So when a woman gets upset, sometimes, people can find our bitchy side. So that's not a bad thing. It's just saying that you become like feisty and you become like because he pushes your buttons. So this means that this is how the reading ends. So if I'm going to cut a piece of timeline and I'm telling you today it's like this, then this will happen, then this, it doesn't mean that's forever. It means that that's cutting a section of time. So Christmas is mentioned here. We are ending November, beginning December, and this can be well into perhaps maybe January to give you an idea, a ballpark idea of the time frame. It could be a little more, a little less, but this is the indicator. You could end up just giving him the very bitchy side, very cold shoulder, like saying enough, that kind of thing. So a couple of other things. What are the best things that you can do when you find yourself having some issues with him? So maybe he's not talking to you the right way, or he's not opening up the right way, or he's not giving you answers, or he's leaving you emotionally in limbo, or anything that a person could say, damn, that's not fair, that's not okay the way he's doing this, something's not right with that. One of the best things that you can do within your grasp to help your situation for what is going to occur is to take leadership on things. So where let's say that emotionally you find yourself just being very patient and waiting, and at one point you just, instead of playing the waiting game, you kind of put your foot down and you make a decision on something. So in other words, changing the pattern a little bit. So if you have to wait for him to call you and for him to come over or something, and you kind of get tired of it, this is saying take initiative, and whatever ends up being the pattern, change it to your liking, because this is saying that there's wiggle room in here for you to take kind of like strength of character and say, you know what? I'm not sure, I'll let you know, or something like that. Not to pick a fight or anything, you like him and you want it to work, but this is saying, you know, your attitude shift can kind of send a signal to him, and you can kind of get a different reaction. This also talks about, let me find out what this is in a second. Okay. So one thing that you're not aware of, that you need to be aware of with him, is that he seems very fair and he's not. So that's the thing. That's the thing that, like I said, today this might sound like alien Chinese, like it's like you don't understand what I'm saying, and then well, I didn't mean anything by alien Chinese. Chinese is a beautiful language, whether it's Mandarin or Cantonese. I think it's very gorgeous. But what I meant was just an expression, like, if I sound like gibberish, I meant to say gibberish. Okay, let me check on something else about him a minute. Okay, so one of the things that by unfairness, I wanted to clarify what that means here. You could see him be stingy. So maybe complaining about paying for something was very petty. If you take a woman out and she's not, it could be just, oh, that's so expensive, or, oh, wow, okay, that's over my budget. Kind of like being ridiculous with stinginess. That's also something that you may not have seen him be, but he, you might notice it, and not to stand for it. Okay, the difficult thing right now is that because you're so involved with him, because you like him, and there's nothing wrong with that, but your signal is kind of quiet. So I would say that this is not a time where, because you're so into him, you're also not really sending out a vibe, a signal out there so that someone else could be interested, because men pick up on that. Just like if you see a good looking guy and you're single and you kind of feel this thing about him where he seems taken to you, you're not going to really want to approach him. So guys see that too. Guys are really good at that, actually. So for the most part. So if you are giving off vibes like you're taken, that's you're not really gonna, if this guy is taking up your energy and your time, you're gonna close doors for other candidates. And you might be like, well, that's fine because you like him. But I'm saying when you start seeing things sour a little bit, all I'm saying to you is, follow your heart, do what makes you happy, but just be aware of what I'm saying to you. You don't know him fully yet. There's going to be some things that you experience, and don't make excuses, because this is the kind of thing where, when a person just oversees it and doesn't address things right away, a couple years later, they look and they're like, oh my God, why didn't I do anything? because that's when a person falls deeper and then lives connect, and then it's kind of too late for them to get themselves out of that situation. So if you take things in baby steps, obviously you like him, you want to keep seeing him, but if you take things in baby steps and you're honest with yourself, and you're very, and the people around you are saying positive things. Oh, he's such a, because usually people around you, loved ones, will be very aware of, oh, he's cool, or oh, I don't know about him, right? People keep saying the same thing over and over, like the group, like mom and cousin and brother and whatever, best friend. You'll see patterns of people around you saying stuff the more they get to know him. And this reading is just saying, I hope it goes well, but be aware, because there's going to be some changes that make him not such a good candidate. The sooner you finish with this connection, the sooner a new one will open that is worth your while. But I think you have to live through this first. You were destined to meet, both of you. It's just that this particular situation is not the best for you. But I understand you have to live through it to understand the reading, and I get that. I'm not saying to leave or to ignore him or anything like that. That's your prerogative. All I'm saying to you is I really don't see the wedding bells with this guy. I really don't see that this is a long-term connection, and I see that you're going to be not as happy later on. And there's a lot of things he should be doing now that he's not doing. If a man is willing to be with a female and she's giving mind, body, soul, and he's not giving more, that's in bad taste. By now he should scoop you up, All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much. I appreciate you choosing me to do your reading. Thank you. All right, guys. I will be back. I stream on TikTok, and I do my readings on YouTube because TikTok is very censored. It's terrible. You can't say the word Instagram without a warning. All these things. So I like it on here. It's also so much easier to see the text. All right, and it makes a better reading experience. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you on the stream. Until next time. Bye.